your pocket?
No, sir.
What's your name, Tubby?
He's coach, sir.
He's cool. You know, you remind me of the doughboy. If I poke your stomach, we'll make it go, ooh! You know what? I'm gonna help you make room for lunch, bacon boy. Drop down, give me 30 sit-ups right now. Let's go. Count 'em out. Let me see that belly roll. One, Tubby.
One, sir.
Come on, pork chop. Two, Chubby.
Sir.
Hey guys, how y'all doing today? I hope you liked that little intro. I thought, this new person, this new sugar that I found, totally deserves that. Yeah, absolutely deserves it. I normally do go that low. So yeah, anyway, so why am I here? Okay, yeah, so I was like flicking through YouTube. I was over on TikTok trying to like see what the range sugars have been saying, because Thomas Markle Sr, Mouton's dad, just did an interview on Good Morning Britain, and it was so heartbreaking literally to watch. But so yeah, I came across like this new sugar channel that I've never seen before, and I thought, to be honest, I actually thought it was like a kind of Megxit channel to begin with. I thought, oh, check this out, so press play, and oh my days, this guy was awful, absolutely awful. I've nicknamed him Tubby, because this guy, as I said, you'll see this guy's never met a menu he didn't love. So let me just get into the clips. They're absolutely horrendous. If you thought Dum Dum 1 and 2 come out with some right corkers, like, yeah, this guy just is even worse. But yeah, I just have to show you these. Don't get angry at me. Don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, it's time to rip a sugar. So let's go.
Guys, it never fails. Literally right after a great weekend with these two, literally the BS kicks into gear. Now I just knew that the BS that was going to start, it was going to start literally on Monday, today, and that it would be something, some rumor or some source or something. But of course, who could have seen? Yes, I saw this coming, just not today. That this young lady right here and this young man right here, father and father-in-law, is back on that bull. Yet again, he has given another interview with Good Morning Britain and another final plea. I promise you, he has done about 8 billion final pleas, and has been on his deathbed for 8 billion years.
First of all, young lady. Young lady, you having a laugh? As I said before, there's a reason I call her Mouton Markle, and it's not because she's I see her as some kind of fancy schmancy, like, yeah. It's like, no, there's a reason I call her. It stemmed from mutton, okay, and we've made it a little bit more posher. We've turned it into Mouton. But young lady, yeah, okay then, young lady. And then he goes like, and he's watched this interview because he's going to play clips of it. And to see Thomas Markle in this interview, and he's finding it difficult to speak, he's finding it difficult to pronounce certain words and stuff. It's heartbreaking to watch, absolutely heartbreaking to watch. And then for this joke, this like Tubby to be stand or maybe sitting, I don't know, maybe he's rolling across the floor, don't know. For him to be like doing whatever, sitting there or standing there, and saying that he's been on his deathbed for. Are you having a laugh? Are you honestly having a laugh, Tubby? This man has had severe heart attacks. He had a near fatal stroke in which he couldn't speak after it. And you're sitting there criticising him for going on television and pleading to see his grandkids. He done nothing wrong. Let's get into more of the clips with this weasel.
Megan lived with me from the 6th grade to high school, and I never saw anything like that with her. And well, also college, we get along fine then too as well. I never saw the kind of woman she turned into. I'm shocked to this date to tell you that, because she's not the person I knew as my daughter.
Do you blame Harry?
This whole thing about Megan living with him and all of this stuff, another way of erasing Daria. Before I get into the other stuff he was saying, let's just get this one thing straight. I have known kids growing up within my family, friends, who all came from divorced families. And I have always known, I'm not going to say always, it wasn't the case always, but I've known numerous people who one day they'll be with this parent for this amount of days, and the next they'll be with this parent for the next amount of days. And at some points they will live with full-time with one parent, and they will visit the other parent on the weekends. Or it would be like this bait and switch. But I could have sworn this man has changed his story numerous times, because before he said Megan lived with him from the age of like 10 to like 16 or something. But now it's from the 6th grade all the way up to when she went to high school. Which one is it? But regardless, if we're going by what he's saying right now, this is not unheard of. I've known numerous people who've done this type of switching with their parents, especially when they're divorced. They're coming from a divorced family. And let's get one thing straight, sir, about you don't know who she is, and she's never shown you any traits of this when she was young. Again, playing the victim role. And it's not a good look, because one, you embarrassed her before her wedding and took paparazzi photos and pretty much was part of a ploy to ruin her wedding and her marriage with Harry before it even began. You then went on numerous TV shows literally a month after this whole ploy with the paparazzi photos, pleading your case. And you will continue on from there. And then you made it seem like Megan never tried to communicate with you, which we come to find out that she did. You even then went on to leak the letter of which the method she has used to try to communicate with you, when you had told us previously that she had not communicated with you. You lied about that. Then when your daughter came out to say that she was suicidal, you went on this same channel and said that you did not think Megan was suicidal. You think she was exaggerating. What? And then that same letter that you had leaked, Megan ended up having to go to court for that letter, which caused her a lot of stress, and then allegedly, we don't know for a fact, played a part in her having a miscarriage.
I have to take this part in sections. Okay, nobody's erasing Doria. No one. The fact is, Megan lived with her dad for 10 years. He's never changed that story. It's been in Tom Bauer's book. They're very litigious, Mouton and Handbag, and I've never sued anybody that said that. And it's also been stated that when Megan lived with her dad, her mother wasn't around. She wasn't around. So I don't know where you guessed that you think you know Mouton better than her dad. I really don't. And yes, while I'll agree with you about the divorced parents stuff, where kids have to switch between their mum and dad if there's been a split, Mouton lived with her dad for 10 years and her mum wasn't around. Even one of our school teachers had said that she didn't even know Megan's mum was black until she met her until the latter years of high school. They hadn't met her. She wasn't around. It's unbelievable, these people. And how is Thomas also playing the victim when he talks about Mouton when she was younger? That he was actually being really kind about her, saying that she wasn't this cold, calculated witch that she is now. He was very, very kind about that. He said that she just wasn't like that. She wasn't cold and heartless. That she seems to be the woman that she is now. And to say that that's him making himself into a victim by going on TV, he's like being a victim because he's begging to see his family, begging to see his grandchildren. The man's literally had heart attacks and strokes. He nearly died. Of course, he's in his late 80s. Of course, he wants to see his grandchildren. He might not be here in a year or two. And that's playing the victim. He can't reach out to Mouton or Handbag. They don't. He's tried everything. They don't reply to him. And you go on as well and say like, oh yeah, but they reached out and told him not to speak to the paparazzi. Really, did they? I mean, we've never really seen evidence of that. We've seen them reading from what seems to be a phone. But remember, Mouton's an actress and she can memorise lines. It's easy enough to look down on a phone, and she's not showing that to the screen. She's not showed us any evidence of that, even in our mockumentary, that's actually what the text said. So. Or even if they did, because I watched bits and pieces of the mockumentary. Even if they did, who's to say that? In fact, wait now. I think they did. I think they did show text messages. Let me know in the comments if I'm right about this. I think they did, but But then Thomas Markle stated that he never got any of this text message. It's easy enough to get a SIM card. Put it in a phone. Put the name of that phone number as Thomas Markle, so the phone number doesn't come up, just the name Thomas Markle. Send some text back, and then it looks as though they've had a conversation. So who are we to believe? Are we going to believe Thomas Markle, who's never really lied on, he's never lied on TV, or are we going to believe Mouton and Handbag, who have lied consistently? Oprah interview, now there's up to about 30 lies on that. They lie consistently and they're always caught out because there's always evidence of their bloody lies. Get a grip and stop blindly idolising this lying bint. And also, let's get into the paparazzi pictures. The Markles didn't know anything about PR, media, anything like that. They didn't get any help from Handbag or their so-called or his so-called daughter. They didn't get his daughter. They didn't get any help whatsoever. And isn't it weird that the paparazzi that swindled Mr. Markle into doing those pictures, and he done them because he thought he was embarrassing Mouton, because they were taking pictures of him coming out of supermarkets with beer and stuff like that. So he thought if he does some pictures to make him look a lot classier and the true, kind of like the true him, it would help. It would help her image and their family's image. So, and it's also kind of weird, as I was just let me. I forget to say this. It's also kind of weird that the paparazzi that swindled them into doing this, as I just said, is connected to Mouton. It's Backgrid, and it's Carl Larson, who seems to get into polo matches right next to the Harkles. Backgrid, that seems to get all the pictures and magically know where Mouton's going to be when she's walking around car parks. Yes, isn't that strange? Isn't it really, really strange? The fact of the matter is, she never wanted her family at that wedding. She never invited any of her family but her mum. She managed to, swindle her niece as well and lie to her and say, oh no, the royal family said it wouldn't be a Cadillac, No, that's not true at all. Not true. We wouldn't have even known that she was part of Mouton's family. She could have just come in with other guests. No one would have known. Wouldn't have known that she was Mouton's niece at all. No one would have. So isn't it weird that she just didn't also have her family? She didn't have the Raglins either. So yeah, she didn't want her family because the simple reason this, she's told so many lies, like she paid for her university, and then that scandalous and horrendous lie that Lady Collins said about, I don't even want to go into it, it's horrendous thing she said about her dad, allegedly, like the Lady Colin Campbell. She says it on her channel. It's her absolutely horrendous. People will probably, if you don't know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments and I'll respond to some. I don't really want to put it on a video, but she didn't want her family there because they would have crushed her story. Because the royal family are going to ask about, oh, what was she like growing up, and about her schooling and her acting and stuff like that. And they would have just told the truth. But she'd already told them so many lies that she couldn't have possibly had her family there. So I think, personally, in my opinion, I think she set her dad up. I really do. And then he goes on to talk about the infamous letter, that Mouton sued for. Now, he doesn't mention, however, that it was Mouton that leaked that letter first through 5 of her friends, making her dad out to be a scumbag, and he wanted to clear his name. So, God, yeah, they never mentioned that. But I also want to point you to this little description I saw on his channel before I go to any more comments, because I want to play one more clip that's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know if I've covered everything in the last clip, but this video will get too long if I cover every single detail. But let me just show you this. So this is the description for his channel, okay? And he also says, I don't know if it's in the next clip or this clip, that all our channels do is grift off of Thomas Markle's name. Well, sorry, Tubby, I don't monetize my channel, so I'm not grifting off their name. But you are, okay? You bloody are. Let's get into this little bit. So your channel's about fighting against the misinformation that's put out against for profit by the British and sometimes American media, and uses Mouton and handbag you say as a scapegoat, and then you're fighting against it for truth, justice, and the American way. I don't know. Anyway, you're going to say that you also, truth is at the forefront of your content, and you also do research backed with receipts. You've not showed one single receipt in this video. All you've done is critique the Markle family, and you never put one iota of evidence. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You put selected news articles out there. Yes, selected, that are for Mouton and handbag, or to make like the Markle family look bad. But you never put a counter. You never put any counter argument over there and show evidence that proves that the two of them literally lie. You never do that. So then you go on and, as I said, I don't know if it's in the last clip or it'll be in the next. I don't even know if I've got it, to be honest. But you did say in this video that we all grift off them. No, you're the one that grifts. Let me show you this. In your description, along with this crap that you've just wrote, you have all these links for Cash App, GoFundMe, PayPal. So let's have a wee look at your GoFundMe, because that's so weird to have a GoFundMe for a channel that's literally got about as much subscribers as I have. And you're claiming you need the GoFundMe to find receipts for Mouton and handbag to fight for the disinformation. Well, as I just said there, like, I don't monetize my channel, and I can find receipts for free. So I'm sure you can also, because any receipts that you've put up, anything, you could literally just type it into Google, screenshot it, and shove it in your video. You don't need money to go and find these receipts, you bloody liar. So let me show you. It's little GoFundMe. So you've raised $320, but your target is $4.5 grand. $4.5 grand to develop and find receipts. Pay me $20, and I bet you I can find you all the receipts of the day. I'll just tap my way over to Google and find them easy peasy pie. But yeah, donate to help develop my receipts-driven channel, and you only show receipts that's, when you do, that's beneficial to Mouton and Handbag, beneficial to your narrative, to the Sugars narrative. You never, ever, ever show any counter receipts that prove that these two are nothing but a pair of lying grifters. And it seems you're mocking other channels for making money on YouTube. When you're doing the same, you bloody hypocrite. You're a bloody hypocrite. PayPal, Cash App, bloody GoFundMe. What's bloody next? You're gonna start a church basket, passing it round the church. I don't know. Oh my days! Honestly, the hypocrite, the nerve of these people, absolute nerve to call out the British media or any other channels for monetising on their content. When he's doing it too. He is doing it too, and doing it at a bigger scale, I might add, than most channels. A bigger scale. And while we're speaking about donations, I've got my little donation link, because why not? If you're going to grift, I'm going to do it too. I've been accused of grifting, so I may as well do it. All the other people are doing it. So if anybody wants to donate to my channel, and I'll be honest, any donations that are on my channel literally just pay for editing software and stuff like that. I don't need money to find receipts, nothing like that. Absolutely nothing like that. It's literally just for editing software and stuff like that. And I don't make money on my channel though, so yeah, anything helps. So there's my little begging, help me. Right, let's show his last clip.
The only thing I can come up with is that it is... Honestly, I feel like it is racially... It is a racial component there, because he is always made out to be the good parent, the parent who did everything, sacrificed everything, gave everything to his daughter. And Daria is either erased through the mainstream UK media, or she is vilified on social media by a bunch of people who accuse her of doing horrible things or being involved in horrible things.
Yeah! Yeah, they brought the race card in. It had to happen, didn't it? It had to happen. Whoa, the race card. Yeah. No, Thomas Markle has been pretty vilified in the media as well. This has nothing to do with race. Nothing whatsoever. The fact that even when Thomas Markle is praised for doing everything for his daughter, that's because he bloody did. He paid for all of her school. She went to private school her entire life. Private school, okay? He paid for that. She lived on for 10 years without any financial support from Doria, because Doria wasn't around. Where was she for those 10 years? It's a mystery. No one knows. And the Markles are so classy that they won't even say where she was. But as I don't know about accused of doing horrible things. I've not really seen that online. I've seen people find, and they don't know if this is her, but there is court records out there for an arrest of Doria Ragland that lived in the exact same area as Mouton's mum, but obviously we can't verify that that's actually her because there's no a mugshot or anything with it. So yeah, I have seen that, and I'll say that that's alleged. We don't know if that's true or not. But you can't take away the fact that Thomas Markle gave his daughter everything. Everything. and he made one single mistake. One single mistake. And even at that, I don't even think it was that bad. I mean, if you do something awful and go to prison in Britain for 5 years and you come out and you're redeemed and you're a changed person, supposedly, you're reformed. But she has never gave her dad a chance, not one chance. Even when he had the stroke, she never even got a second party to call and ask if he was okay. When our uncles died, our uncle that got her the job, I can't even remember where it was, at Argentina or something like that. When he died, was it our Uncle Mike or something? And she claimed she loved him oh so much. She never even sent the family condolences, flowers, nothing. And then when her uncle on her mum's side died, I don't know his name could be Mike. I'm not too sure at this point. But I could go and rake and put a receipt up, but I can't be bothered, if I'm honest. And you guys know so much about this anyway, so I don't even have to do that. But she never sent anything, absolutely anything, to his family either. So when people accuse Mouton and Hamburg of being horrible people, because they act like horrible people, she spouted off at the Invictus Games about how family was oh so important. And it just makes her look stupid. It makes her look like a hypocrite. Because if family was so important, you would go and try and smooth things over with your dad. And it's weird that it's not just her family that's been iced out. Hamburg's family's been iced out too. And there's only one common denominator in all of this. All of this. And you say in this particular video as well, I didn't put the clip in, that people call her a narcissist and stuff like that for icing people out. But that's because she... And you say, like, that's not true or something. That is true. She does ice people out. The common denominator in both their families is her. Her. She iced their family out. Harry was close to his family. Got with her. Iced them out. But we can't just blame Mouton for it all. Hamburg's an idiot as well. He's just as bad as her. So, yeah, they're both as bad as each other. But, yeah, I'm not going to react to any more of your clips now anyway. I'm going to go and check out more of the videos and check out what Tubby Tubby's all about. So, if you like this video, let me know in the description what you think about this new sugar that we've found. It's even more deranged than Dummy 1 and 2, isn't it? But at least, and he's even more of a bloody hypocrite than those two. Calling other people, grifters and saying that they monetize from Mouton and Handbag, when he's doing the exact bloody same. What a hypocrite. You absolute hypocrite, Tubby. Hypocrite. Anyway, I'm going to go now. This video is super duper long now. What are we on, about 20 minutes? And yeah, I'll be back. And I hope all of you had a wonderful weekend. I know it's Tuesday now. I hope you all had a really good weekend. Mine's has been, not great at all. Absolutely not great at all. Yeah, but yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and as I said, yeah, I've got my donation thing in the the description box, and yeah, I'll be back soon. I love y'all. See you later. Bye.